Hello everyone, welcome back to the short messages once again. It's been a month in Canada now. Here I'm going to share what I learned from this season. Remember, it was a winter. I was not experienced, I was not much know about it. And the one of the scariest or one of the bad season. And maybe you are going through a tough season even in your life too. But these points, what I learned from this season will help you to prepare and to go through it and to be successful in this season. When I stepped into this land, everything is different. The weather was different, the culture was different, the people were different, and everything was different. I felt like it was entirely a different world, entirely a different planet. So, here are some points that I wanted to share with you, which I learned from this season. Especially, I can mention it's a season of everything is different. Remember that it's the same country, it's the same people, it's the same house, it's the same job, it's the same city. But whenever the season changes, everything will change. Their lifestyle will change, their habits will change, the culture will change, and everything will change upon the changes of seasons. This is what I wanted to share with you. What I really learned from the season of the winter. Let me tell you this. First time when I experienced the season of winter, the first thing what it came to my mind was I was very anxious, and also I was very excited because I haven't seen snow any time in my life. So here are some points that I wanted to bring into you that may help you when you go through a season in your life too. So the point number one is understand your season. That's very important. Understanding your season is a key thing to begin with. So whenever your life changes into a different season, whenever you go through a different atmosphere, it's important that you need to recognize it immediately. Understanding the season will give you a lot of things. That will give you an entire different perspective how you wanted to go through the season. So now, that was the first point that I understand and I learned that we need to always understand this is a different season and this is a different atmosphere that you are going to live, and this is the different season that you are going to experience now. Point number two, do not rush into anything. So this is the second thing what I learned from this season, because everything is like very cold. You cannot see much people outside. That was the first thing what I noticed when I landed here, because I cannot see people walking on the streets or anything. I felt like everything is a little bit snow. In fact, the day I landed here, the next 2 days there was a storm, so the shops are closed, the offices were closed, so everything was a bit slow. So this was another thing what I learned is, if it is a season that which you are not experienced or which you are not familiar with, maybe it's a season of little hard times, then you need to understand that you don't need to rush into anything. Just wait. That was the second thing I wanted to share with you. The third point, protect yourself. This was so interesting for me because I have never been to winter any time. So I have heard that the winter is so cold and everything, but being experienced to it was entirely different. The first thing what I wanted to do when I was entering into the new season, I wanted to protect myself. That's very important because you don't know the atmosphere outside. You're not experienced it. You haven't gone through it. Even if you've gone through it, the outside atmosphere is not kind of a comfortable for you. So it's very important for you to take whatever it is necessary for you. I still remember the first time when I was walking through the street, it was almost like the temperature was 3, and I felt like it was not much cold. I didn't see any snow, so I thought it was okay. Then when I was walking through a park, I found few people, they are from this country and they are also walking in the same street. And I noticed how they were dressed up. And I was here with an excitement. There was only one jacket and without any gloves, and I hadn't wore any winter boot or anything. But I noticed they were wearing everything. They had gloves, they had shoes, and winter boots, and they had the winter jackets. So be ready to we accept that we need a protection certain seasons. We need to take precautions whatever it is necessary. Then I asked to my friend why we are not taking anything. But look into these people. Look into these people. They're carrying everything. Then he said, you cannot expect or you cannot predict when the weather will change. So you have to be ready for unexpected changes in the weather. So it's better to protect yourself when you're going through a season which is not familiar with you. The next point is hide yourself. So this was very interesting. Being an Indian, lived almost 15 years in Bangalore, we have the freedom to go out whenever we want. I remember that almost every day I used to go for walking. So the moment I landed here, what was the first thing what I missed from my past life was walking. So then I learned something that this season is not really suitable for a walking because the weather outside is very cold. And you don't want to expose yourself into that weather much. And you don't know how it is going to harm your body. I noticed my body how it is going to take up the new season. So I understood it's very important for you to hide for some time. It's important for you to hide in this season because you don't want to expose too much. You don't want to give the chance of getting injured, getting sick. You don't want to throw your body outside just for a fun. No, you need to protect yourself in the season. Remember, it's a dark winter season. And my next point is learn from experts. So this was the thing what I found. The moment I shared with my friends, they started calling me and telling me, April, you need to do this, you need to purchase these things, you need to be like this, you need to eat this food, you need to be, whenever you go out, you should do this, whenever you're walking in the ice, you need to do like this, or you need to be careful about certain things, whenever you go through this. There are a lot of instruction came to me the moment I landed here, and which was very helpful for me, which was very good. In fact, if I didn't have those kind of information and instruction, I would have been exposed to some kind of unnecessary things. But it helped me a lot. And in fact, I wanted to thank all of them. And this is what my point is. You can always ask somebody already they have gone through. You can always ask someone who has experienced in the season. Somebody who, you are not the one person you have gone through this season. It's always important that you learn from somebody who has experienced, who has gone through it, and who know how to handle the situation or the season. So here is another point that I wanted to share with you. Increase your immunity. So this was very interesting because your body, your level of resistance, your immunity build upon a different atmosphere where you were living for such a long time. An immediate shift in the season, the climate and the weather and the temperature and everything is different. So there are a lot of chances that your immunity, what you had in your body, that may not be necessary in the coming season or the season what you are getting into. So it's always good to prepare yourself, and it's always good to increase the immunity level so that you may not fall into sickness unnecessarily. It's same as even the spiritual side also. Whenever you go through a tough season, whenever you don't understand certain things, whenever you don't know how to handle, you are not being to this kind of season, it's very important that you need to prepare, you need to pray, you need to feed yourself, you need to eat the right food so that you can increase your immunity and your health. That will help you to keep away your body from sickness. And my next point is shut the door and windows. And this is very interesting because, as I said, living in Bangalore or in a different atmosphere, it was very easy for us to keep your doors open and keep your windows open. And that won't harm you. In fact, that will comfort you. You know, the temperature and the climate, that was entirely different. But whenever the moment I landed here, the first thing, even if you open a little bit of your door or window, you could see the sudden change of atmosphere in the room. So that led me to learn something. Whenever you are not comfortable with it, or whenever you are not familiar with it, whenever you go through a tough season, remember that all the possible doors we should close it. Even if you feel that there is some kind of changes in your atmosphere, find out where is the leaking point, why it is coming to affect our daily lives, why it is harming us, why it is giving us trouble. I still remember sometimes we used to keep our window a little bit open to get a fresh air, but within few minutes we could identify that the temperature in the room was so different. And the first thing what we were doing is shutting down the windows. So, and the next point is create your own atmosphere and protect it. And this is something very super and a powerful thing. Because no matter what the atmosphere is outside, no matter what temperature is outside, no matter how horrible the situation outside, still you can create your atmosphere which is essential for you. I still remember even when the temperature was minus 30 or something, our house was very warm. And there was times that we felt like we were sweating. And if you are looking through the window, we can see that cold ice and full snow. But what it makes different, then what you need to do is you need to create your atmosphere. You need to set your temperature. You need to set your spiritual temperature. You need to worship God. You need to pray. You need to read the Bible, and you need to create an atmosphere where you can live. You can be comfortable. It's not their duty. It's not somebody's duty. It's your duty that you are building an atmosphere where you can live peacefully. Take all the precaution, take all the necessary actions. If you want an additional something, you read it or you learn it and you prepare it, you fast, you pray, whatever you wanted to do, you can do it. But create an atmosphere where you can live, no matter what is outside. Still you can be safe. And my last point is wait for the time. And the moment I started talking to people around here, everybody was telling, the season is going to change and everything is going to be very active. Because I didn't see anybody on the street for 2 days. I didn't see anybody walking. Even, out of my curiosity, I went to the city and I found, there was only few people walking around. And I asked somebody, then they were telling it, Jay, you just wait. The moment the season changes, people will start coming. And it will be a very rush here. Remember, there will be always a change for your season. So this season you may not be happy, you may not be that much free, you may not be that much comfortable. That doesn't mean that you are going to stay in this season for long. There will be a change in your season too. So wait for the right time, and the moment the season changes, things are going to shift. Things are going to be in a different way. Things are going to be in a new level. So understand, when you go through a season of winter, yeah, that is one of the difficult season. That is the one season people remain calm. They keep themselves inside. That is the season they put on all the clothes, all the necessary jackets, caps, whatever it is necessary, they will buy it and they will protect themselves. Remember, it's a winter. So even in our life, there will be a different season, like winter. Maybe these points will help you when you go through a different season in your life. And may God bless you. See you soon.